Hello, and good morning. I just stepped into the studio, and you know, it's amazing how I can record when my stand is already set up and my desk is ready to go. So I was like, well, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing here, but I might as well put the camera on and bring you along for the ride, right? I was like, I don't know what I'm working on today, and then I walked into the studio and I saw the papers that I made yesterday. I had glued them. I had done where we enclose the paper clip. I did that tutorial a while back. You can see that if you go back to my videos. And I was like, well, I guess I'm doing paper clips today. And so then I was like, well, I might as well bring you guys along for the ride. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my little corner rounder and just do one side, maybe. That's a lot for this little thing to punch through. But if you do that, it makes it a lot easier to see where to slide it onto a page. So like say this is your journal, it's really easy to see, whereas if they're exactly the same kind of corners, it's a little bit harder to line it up. It's not really like, you know, the biggest deal, but I find it helps. So I'll do that. I don't think I'm gonna decorate all of these on camera because that's gonna be a really long video. But like I said, I figured I might as well do some. I have a, what is it? We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, but it doesn't fit in between here. It's kind of bulky. So I pull out this little guy, even though he's hard to operate. All right. That's done. That's good. Then we got to bring out the inker because, you know, Ricky inks everything. So it was fun to read all of your guys' comments from yesterday. I love that we can have this community online. I have one of my closest, dearest friends, Nina Fickett. She lives fairly close to me here, but other than that, I don't have a lot of arty friends that live real close. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Nina's YouTube, you might consider doing that. I'll try to link it below. You know how challenged I am at linking, but I'll try to do that because she has a much more professional YouTube than mine. She puts big effort into hers, and she knows a lot more technical things than I do, and she like schedules her posts and, you know, all the things that I don't do. So anyway, her channel's worth a look-see. And she does a lot of like, she has a series called, I'm sorry Nina, I think it's called Mixed Media Basics or something like that. But she's really good for if you're considering like different brands of gesso. She goes through and compares the different brands and does demos and stuff like that. So there's a lot of information on her YouTube. So there, that's that. That's good. I was gonna show you guys my little drawers. I got these at the dollar store, and I don't know about you, but for me, if I can't see stuff, it ceases to exist. So I need see-through. So for $1, and yes, I did buy these back when stuff was $1. these were a really nice solution. So usually I don't bring the whole containers over, but I wanted to show you they stack. Usually I just pull the drawers out and bring them to my table. So yeah, that's a little storage tip for you if you're interested in that. It's kind of fun. So now what do we want to put on here? I like to do a little thing of lace or fabric. I pulled these out of my bin because they're some bigger pieces that I have. And I like anything that can be torn like that. The thinner, rattier the fabric, the better in my world. I love it. Because then you kind of get those, well, not only does it look vintagey, because it is vintagey, but you can still see through. And I love that because, you know, we did put a lot of effort into making that background, so it's nice when it peeks through. So let me just shorten this up a little bit. It is so cold here this morning. Okay, probably not compared to wherever the rest of you are, because I'm in Arizona, and Arizona's, you know, typically warmer than everywhere else, but my mom lives in Minnesota, and it was only 1 degree colder there this morning than it was here. So, yeah, very chilly. I don't think my basil plant is very happy. All right, let's see, what size of photo do I want to put on there? That pretty much covers the whole thing, which, you know, is fine, but let's see what other options I have. I want to go with something smaller. See, that seems too small. That's so cute. Seems a little big. I could cut it down a little bit, but she's cute. I need some more in-between sizes. I have lots of small and lots of big and not so many in between. I'll just keep coming back to the same ones here. Oh yeah, I have these ones that I downloaded from somewhere on Pinterest. You know, if you just do Pinterest and do free vintage photo downloads, you get some of these. And that is kind of an in-between size. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay. See, now I'm in overthinking it mode and I need to stop that. So now that I know most of this is going to get covered up with this photo, I can go ahead and put some glue down to hold this in place. So I don't like to do that until I know what photo I'm going to use so that I know where the glue will be hidden. So that's good enough. And then, do I want any other fabric under there? I don't think so. I don't think it really needs it. All right. So a while ago, I mentioned that I was using this Barely Arts glue, and I said I wasn't necessarily sold on it, but I think I might be sold on it now, which is kind of funny. I ended up purchasing a refill for this bottle. It does work pretty well. It doesn't tend to, what do I want to say, wrinkle the paper. It's not watery, but yet it flows really nice. So that's kind of cool. And it does come in the refill, and it's got that nice precision tip, and it holds really well. So yeah, I might be sold on it. It might be my glue, my go-to glue. All right, just waiting for that to grab. Cute. Now we need some words. Now we need some words. Do I want this style of word? Probably not this saying, that's for sure, but, or, that's cute. I think I kind of like that. Or I have these stickers that I got online. I don't think that really goes. I think we're gonna go with this. Again, reminding myself, don't overthink it. That is my tendency. Overthink. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. I mean, it's a little bit on the plain side. I kind of feel like it almost needs something behind it, but I don't have a lot of space to work with behind. And I don't think I have another strip of that in here. I'm sorry, I know you can't see because I'm off camera, but I'm just digging in my little scrap bin of fabrics. Let's see. See if this tears the way I want it to. This is actually from, remember when everybody was going to Five Below and getting those rugs and taking them apart? That's what this is from. So I think that'll work. I have a whole bin of that kind of fabric. And do you know, every time I go to Five Below, which, okay, is not that often, but whenever I do, I still look at the rugs and I'm like, ooh, look at this rug. It has so many good colors. And then I'm like, Ricky, you have a whole bin of that fabric. Knock it off. So, yeah. Anybody else struggle with that? I want more. I don't really want more because then I have to store it, but to talk myself down every time. It's kind of funny. I like that. It's just a little shadow of color around the edge of the words. I know it's an overused phrase, but it makes it pop. I mean, it does. There goes my furnace kicking on. Thank you, furnace. Thank you for working, keeping me warm. Ultimately, we are looking at moving back to the Midwest at some point in our lives here. And I remind myself every time it gets cold here, it's like, it's gonna be a lot colder in the Midwest. I grew up in the Midwest, so it's not like I'm unfamiliar with it, but it's been a while. We lived in Washington State for, I think it was 7 years, and then we moved here, and we've been here at least 7 years, a little longer than 7 years, I think. So it's been a while since we've been in the Midwest, but I honestly miss it. I miss the seasons. So, all right, we did one side of that one. Now we need to do the other side. Oh, they're just so stinking cute. So stinking cute. All right. Do we want the same fabric or a different fabric? I'm leaning towards a different fabric. Maybe some of this. I need to cut a chunk off anyway. This was a shirt that my daughter had for a long time. And yeah, when she was done with it, I said, I think I can use that. And it has graced quite a few items that I have made. That's kind of fun. I love upcycling. I mean, I don't think it was in good enough condition once she was ready to get rid of it for it to go to the thrift shop, so it would have gone to the garbage can. And I'm glad that it didn't. That's cute. Kind of like her. Let's see. She could be wild at heart. She could. I never really know what I'm looking for. I'm just waiting for something to go, yes, that's it. Kind of like that. I think that works. I really need to sit down at my typewriter and type out some quotes and whatnot. All right, this is what we're doing, folks. We're not overthinking. That's what we're doing. So, what else can I chat with you about today? I don't know. I think today might be the day that I work on my guest room. So I think I mentioned that my mom is coming for Christmas, and right now my shipping room is my guest room, or my guest room is my shipping room, however you want to say it. And yeah, the bed is like propped up against the wall, and there's a big folding table in there, and all my boxes and bubble wrap and all that are underneath of the table, so I have to find a place to put all that stuff. So I should work on that and get that ready. I've also been itching to do some painting, and there's a piece of art in there that was just something my daughter bought at Home Goods or somewhere, and it needs to be painted over and have something fun put on it. So right now it has a little painting of a jean jacket, and it says Weekend Vibes, which is not really anybody in this household's style anymore, and certainly not my mom's. So it'd be fun to put some different art in there and zhuzh it up. Come on, you need to stick. What's going on? I'm so spoiled, here in Arizona, it's like stuff usually dries almost instantly. because of our heat and dryness. But now that it's cold out and it rained yesterday, the humidity is higher. So stuff's not sticking as fast as it normally is. Okay, so I think we're gonna just put love up here. Love yourself more, which is like, should be the anthem of all of us, because when we love ourselves more, we're happier and we can love others better. That's my theory anyway. Do I want to use this? No, I think I'll stick with this. I've been actually like thinking about that a lot lately. Like, I'm gonna get a little philosophical right now, so hang in there. I don't even know where to start, but yesterday my daughter's 17, my youngest daughter's 17. I also have a daughter who's almost 30, because I'm a planner like that. Not. But anyway, she had another incident yesterday where one of her social media platforms, there were some mean girls and saying nasty things to her, about her, and they don't know her. I mean, she doesn't know them, they don't know her, and I'm just like, what in the world possesses people to go on the internet and be cruel to other people? Like, I just do not understand the concept. And what, so I actually did some research, like, why are people so mean online? Because I actually see it. We have a Facebook group for our neighborhood, and I see it on there. I see grown adults just being absolute jerks to each other, and they don't know each other, but I'm like, for the love of all that's holy, your neighbors, but they're just mean. And so anyway, I was looking online, why are people mean online? And basically it's like this lack of accountability, it sounds like. People are just, it's like this anonymous is what I'm trying to say, but anonymity that people hide behind on the internet, and it like removes them psychologically from like thinking that they're actually hurting people. And anyway, there's a whole science behind it, and I don't know the answer, but I feel like part of the answer is like you have to be so loving and kind to yourself so that those people don't bring you down, so that they can't affect you, and so that you don't perpetuate any bad things in this world. Because, right, hurt people hurt people. I've said that for eons. So anyway, that's been on my mind a lot, and that's part of the reason I want to do some more painting, is because I want to have more positive messages out in the world. And here we go. This one's done. Aren't they cute? Love that. When I paint, I always have little quotes or whatever on my paintings, and I always try to make them either funny or loving or insightful or kind, inspiring. And that's something that I have a passion to get out into this world, is that those positive messages. Just feel like I want to flood the world with them. And maybe that's not practical, but I feel like I can at least do my part, She's beautiful. So let's try this other fabric. I don't even know what this is from, but I have used so much of it. I can't remember where I got it. Look at how beautiful is that. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but that's going to have to go on something because that's amazing. But what I'm going to do right now is rip that off. Oof. It looks like we're going to rip it right there. So, all right. So, yeah, kindness. People need to be kind and like remember that we're all human beings and we're all, I don't want to say we're all struggling, but we all have stuff to deal with, you know? And sometimes I'm just so struck by, you know, hearing what people are going through and just realizing that it's usually a heck of a lot more than you realize. So, yeah, just wanting to try to get it into people's heads to be kind, make kindness the default, you know? But understand that people are stressed and maxed out and trying to figure out and navigate this crazy world. Yeah. So, any little thing I can do to inspire or just put a very inspiration out there. I think, what if I take this and I ink it a little bit to make it look older. And then I stick it to something else. My thought process is really technical. Stick it to something else that I don't know, that I will just dig in my scraps to find that looks old and is about the right size. Let's see, going over to the smaller than $1 bin. Sorry, I think I just bumped the camera. So let's see, here's an old book page. If I just leave a little border there, I'm not going to leave a border on the ends because I'm going to cut this somewhere and then that end won't have a border, so I don't know if that made sense, but I'll show you what I mean in a second. When you have really thin paper, it helps to use your ruler or something, even cardstock, to ink the edges. It just holds it firm so it's not so bendy. And there we go. I know this video is long already. We're already at almost half an hour, so maybe I'll do this side and just call it good. Live each day with grace and authenticity. So I really need to cut it right here to get it to fit, unless I'm willing to no, I think I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to not overthink. So that's what I was talking about, where I'm going to cut it, there's going to be no border. So that's why I didn't make a border on the ends. makes sense. My nail wraps are starting to get really worn. I need to redo them. So I'm excited because I have another winter pattern that I can do. I get these from Lily and Fox. Love them. It just makes me happy when I look at them. And they're $2.99 for a set and free shipping. Takes me like probably less than half an hour to actually apply them, and then they last for about 10 days. I'm pretty rough on my nails, so you know, if I wasn't so rough on them, they'd last longer. But you know, I'm not gonna sit around and protect my nails. That ain't happening. I got stuff to do. First time I used them, I really liked them, but I was super disappointed because I just peeled them off when they were worn, and my nails were trashed underneath. Like, they were so thin and brittle, and it took weeks to grow them back out. And so I was like, well, this is junk, you know. But I actually commented on one of their social media posts when they were advertising, and I said, you know, I really like your product, but I had such a bad experience and they were very responsive and asked me, you know, exactly what happened, and they said, yeah, we don't recommend that you peel them off. We would recommend that you use either the lemon juice or the coconut oil method. So I was like, really, coconut oil? I have coconut oil. So I tried it. And you just basically soak your fingers in the coconut oil and start waiting for it to break down at the edges, and then you just take this little lifter and start lifting it off very gently, and they come off. And then, you know, your hands, and just rub the rest of the coconut oil in, and your hands are so nice and soft. And then the next day I just put new ones on. Worked great. So I'm back on that kick to have. And they have all different cute ones for different seasons, or they have plain ones. Anyway, I'm not sponsored or anything. I just like them. If they want to sponsor me, though, they totally can. I don't know anything about getting sponsored. I don't know how any of that works. Maybe someday. There. I love her. Live each day with grace and authenticity. So, I think that's enough for today. I don't want to overwhelm you and bore you to tears. So there we go. There's a couple paper clips, and hopefully you enjoyed that. And I will keep going on this today. And these are going to be available in my shop on February 3rd. That's when my big restock is. So if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, I don't know, all the things. And I'll see you next time. You guys are awesome.